Welcome back to the Twitch stage, everyone. It's E3 2017. My name is Kelly Link, and joining Anna and myself, it is Arthur, and we are taking a look at LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. Man, okay, so first, I know that this is the second game in this story, but how does one conceptualize Marvel and then Legos together?
It's easy. It's like two things that you love, right? So I grew up with Lego. I grew up with comics, and so for me and most of the team, it's a really easy thing to do because we get to do things that no one else can. We can have like the most fun. Absolutely, just really take the mickey. I think it's one of those things you can distill every character down to the best bits of its personality.
Oh, and it's so cool to see these iterations. You had a little Groot there, and then he grew up into big Groot, but you could see those like thin arm pieces of the Legos, and that's how you interpreted him.
Yeah.
It's how do you transform these marvelous heroes into Lego characters?
It is just taking them and thinking, right, what is it that makes StarLord cool? And that's kind of what we do with every single character in the game. So whether it's Spider-Gwen or one of the different iterations of Spider-Man or whoever it is, but you know, when we look at StarLord, we'll just go, right, what makes StarLord cool? What are the things that people expect they've seen in the movie? Yeah, well, 2 movies now, because the second one was awesome.
Right, it
He
was.
His face mask on, he can fly, he can do all this cool, crazy stuff. He can also listen to his awesome mixtape, which is just excellent.
The mixtape's in the game?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my
so,
God.
Great.
But that happens with every single character. We'll try and do something fun and quirky and exciting and interesting.
I was particularly noting how much Guardians of the Galaxy we were seeing, because Guardians of the Galaxy and the Lego universe, if you will, to me are both kind of leaders in humor in pop culture. Like, they have a certain tone to them that actually is very similar in a lot of ways. So I'm curious, I always think when you're taking beloved characters that have distinct rules and personalities, how do you transfer them into a game? How do you give them jokes? And I would assume that that might be easy with people like Guardians of the Galaxy, but are there other heroes that were more difficult?
That's exactly it. With something like the Guardians, it is a lot easier. But when you're looking across like the entirety of the cast of characters, you do have to look and think, right, you know, whichever character it may be, you have to dig deep into how can you make that character cool. So someone like She-Hulk, you look into She-Hulk and think, right, okay, she's a really strong, powerful, you know, forceful character. That's not going to necessarily be funny. So you have to then think about how you can make things happen to her. So in the game, She-Hulk plays this cool big part, and she's really powerful and is really useful. But at the same time, she's kind of like, things happen that are out of her control that end up with her being kind of the butt of some of the jokes.
Gotcha.
So she's still like super powerful, but then we can have fun with her, and then you can still give her moves where she can pick up cars and smash people up and leak buildings and all crazy stuff. So
I even see you guys have references to movies that aren't even out yet. There was a Hulk and his armor that's going to be in the next Thor movie, I believe.
The Ragnarok one?
Yeah.
Is there any potential other iterations of things that are coming on the future that are going to be in this game?
yeah, well, our story is an original story based on like some comics from like 1998,
Really?
2001. Yeah, so we've written this like really epic, awesome original story, but we are going to all of these different environments and places. So, you know, the Black Panther movie is probably going to be set in Wakanda.
Definitely.
We have Wakanda in the game. You know, like you say, we've got Sakaar, which is where Planet Hulk is set. So ours is based off of the comic books, but because there are Lego physical sets you can buy, then yeah, we'll make the characters look like the physical sets that the kids can go buy, because they'll want to play this, they'll want to go and buy some Lego and just like smash it all over the floor and then make people tread on it, and it'll be cool and exciting. So yeah, we try and make sure the game appeals to as many people as possible.
Not just Lego fans, but Marvel fans, especially Marvel fans that might have been reading the comic 20 years ago that you're referencing.
Yeah.
Can you actually give a little sneak peek? Obviously, you don't want to give too much away what the story is. And for those that want to read the comics, they'll probably be a little spoiled of the story.
Yeah, well, the story is original, but inspired by some older comics. So there's the Avengers Forever. There was a cool run in '98, 12 books, and then there was a cool Avengers like 41 to 55, I think it is, Kang Dynasty. So we're kind of inspired by that. But our story sees Kang the Conqueror, who's the guy that we saw before, the purple guy. He's a brilliant character from the future, and he's just constantly going back in time to try and defeat everyone. He always fails, so then he goes back in time. I'll do it again, I'll do it this way, I'll do it that way, I'll do it the other way. So it's really good. We can just kind of do what we want with that out of time traveling sort of thing that we've got going on. So you've got Ys on the Searcher, this giant robot, is actually a celestial from like the ends of time. So he's kind of brought that back. You know what? I'll bring Ys on the Searcher this time. Let's have a go with this guy. And it's just that excitement of how we can mix it all up. But the story is twisty and turny and has like 35
But
heroes.
so is the Marvel Universe, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It really is.
We've talked so much about the story, and I think that's representative of the fact that this is a fandom game at its core. I mean, you want to play this for your characters and for the comedy of Lego and because you love Lego. But there are some really fun game mechanics in Lego games, and I'm curious, are we going to see any new game mechanics, any new cool things we can do?
Yeah, so we've got like the ability to transform lots of different characters this time. So, yes, like the trailer, the group can go small and big and back and small and everything else. You can ride around on Groot. So if you're Rocket, you can jump on Groot. And
cool.
You can team those 2 players up. There's lots of team-up mechanics where 2 players combining together will do kind of cool special moves and smart moves.
Was those moves that you came up with yourself? Because that obviously isn't super canon. I mean, it could be potentially canon.
Yeah. It's a mixture, really. So some of them are, and then some of them are completely and utterly random.
How cool is that to be able to create like moves for Marvel characters?
It's super awesome being able to, like, things that I grew up with, like when I was a kid, and I'm now like, I can play with all of this stuff. It's like, these are all our toys. Let's do, really crazy stuff. And because it's out of time, I can go back and go, you know what? We'll put Wild West Captain America from like 1960s comics in the game. We'll go and put, Spider-Man 2099 in the game because he's cool. And we're just absolutely having a ball. And that's why the story's great, because it mixes someone like Spider-Gwen, who's like cool and current and hip, with Wild West Captain America, or even like medieval English like Avengers, because believe it or not, there are medieval English Avengers.
Is there anything you learned from the first game that you wanted to make sure that you put effort into in the second game?
For us, the first game, like, everyone seemed to love the first game.
Yeah.
So when it comes to doing a direct sequel, which is what this is, your bar is like, right, we have to deliver a game that is bigger and better in every way, not just a little snippet here and there. So from the ground up, we've had to change everything.
That's
so
a lot.
at face value, it looks like, it's a Lego game. But under the bonnet, we have changed the structure of how the game is. It's not a linear story anymore. The open world is a bigger, more expansive open world. The mechanics are all changed and increased. Character customizers changed. We just really tried to ramp everything up. So, yeah, like, we had a bit of Redbone playing there when StarLord's mixtape was on. But for us, it's about giving people what they want to play. We kind of engage a lot on social media with people, and
where can people like comment on this and keep the engagement going?
They can tweet at Lego Marvel Game. They can tweet me direct at Arthur_Parsons. They can get in touch with any of the team. There's loads of the team on Twitter. There's loads of us, and for us, it's about making sure when someone pays that hard-earned money for a game, they're actually thinking, you know what, I enjoyed that game, and it's well worth the money. So for us, that's what we try and do: deliver a game that everyone really enjoys.
What platforms are these going to be on?
This is going to come out November 14th on Switch, PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
Oh, great!
And you can pre-order it now. So if you want to pre-order it now, pre-order it now.
Very cool.
Give me a job.
I've always enjoyed the Lego games, so that's one that I'm definitely going to be checking out.
Arthur, thank you so much for joining us here. It was an amazing game, and for all of you, just check out the Lego Game Guys coming out very soon. For Anna and myself, everyone, do not go anywhere. We have more gaming content coming up right here at the Twitch stage.